Please put your hands together for the winner of Big Brother Nigeria Level Up, Fina.
Well, I am very, very happy to be here, and I want to appreciate God first. It's been God all along, and I want to say a major thank you to Big Brother for giving me this privilege after 4 years. On the fifth year, I am here, and it's something really amazing. I want to say thank you to all my fellow housemates, all the superstars. Yeah, I also want to appreciate the sponsors, the major sponsors, Pocket by PDVS, Flutterwave, and all of them. It was great. I had a very nice experience in the house and during our talks. I have to compete with Chomsy and everybody. So I just want to say a very big thank you to everybody out there, everybody who watched out, who voted for me, even in all my I still made it. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
You can see how 100 million has softened her voice already. It's already, how do you say it's getting fire? 100 million, Naomi? Aha. Levels all change, yo. Can we give another round of applause, please? Okay, it's time for us now to take some of your questions about the level of season. And I think we've got some questions already from the media, so I'm going to be asking two our representatives here on stage. First up says, what does it feel like to be crowned winner of Big Brother Nigeria Level Up Edition? This from Independent newspaper, I guess that's for Fina.
It feels. I'm gassed. It feels good, and I believe for me not to have been in other season, I really had to level up, and that was why I was brought here, and that was why I have leveled up in this level up season.
She done the rhyme already, man. All right, another question for you, Fina. What was your most difficult moment in the house?
Well, I really didn't have difficult moments in the house, except when I needed to fight for child. So that was the difficult moment because we had to argue during the merger. I think that was the most difficult moment I had because I had to blend with the other level and get to know them. And literally, we were all fighting for child.
And we definitely saw that happen a lot. We have another question. With this victory, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, by God's grace, heaven will not only be my limit, I think it will be a starting point for me because I want to do something great, a lot of great things. And with the help of God and those in it already, I believe I'll be able to conquer and do something great.
I'm sure your fans can't wait to see all the great things you'll be doing. Good luck with everything, man.
Thank you.
We have another question, but I think this is for our MultiChoice right here. It says MultiChoice invests a lot into this show annually. Can we have an idea how much you spent on the level of edition? I think John already mentioned that, but you can reiterate it.
It was about 4.7 billion naira. But what I'd like to also say is, this is a certified investment story. We've seen the show create a platform, for viable talents and a potential pool of brand ambassadors. Right? We've seen everyday Nigerians shoot to fame status, right? And gone on to also leverage those opportunities and create jobs, and just also give back to their own communities.
I think it's very important to reiterate that because people don't understand the magnitude of this show. I think I put up a picture a couple of days ago of the people who work on just the Sunday live show alone, and it was almost 50 people. People thought that was the entire production. I said, this is just one department of this show. It takes a village, literally, to get this off the ground. Like John said, over 1,000 people make this show happen. So that's employment. Then indirectly, it gets about 14,000 people. You know, the Saturday parties, the outfits, all of that. There's a lot that happens post-show even. The handlers have become celebrities even, just by handling their pages. So it's a very brilliant thing to see. Thank you very much. Can we put our hands together for MultiChoice for all they do? Another question says, what's the total number of votes received this edition?
Over 1 billion votes. It's the level of engagement, that the show brings is phenomenal. Over 1 billion votes shows that those are decisions that people made every single week, and that showed that they were engaging with the content, resonated with them, and they just enjoyed it.
And it goes, there were people who got evicted at some point, and people said, but we voted so hard. And I think that's a testament to why that happened, because so many people were also voting, and you thought you were the only ones voting, but it was, and it's not just Nigeria, it's a continental sort of show that, engages everybody. And thank you very much for all your votes, we totally appreciate it. Next question says, this edition had a lot of twists to it. What went into the whole planning process?
I mentioned earlier that, for us, production starts months before the show actually goes on air. It takes, like you mentioned, a village to put this project. I call it a project because outside of the production, there's still a lot that goes on behind the scenes, from making sure that we don't go off air, making sure that the voting lines are open. There's so many points that form the whole package, and so a lot goes into the show. Year on year, we keep growing, we keep getting creative, we take the learnings and make sure that the next year is better than the prior.
I was very nervous when the season started. We had 2 channels. I'm like, I hope we don't have any glitches and all of that. It was
a season of many firsts, starting from the house, the look and feel. We had a swimming pool, the diary room was moved outside, the head of house room was moved downstairs. We had 2 levels, which ended up being 3 levels. I'm sure if the show went on for 2 more weeks or 3, we'll have had a 4th level, but it was a season of many firsts. We, for the first time, broadcast the content on 2 channels, just to show the amount of content that could have been missed, because all of that could have been on one channel and would have missed content on the other one. It was an interesting ride.
It was very interesting. I mean, the engineers I don't think they slept for the first month of this show, just trying to keep everything on there. Thank you very much for that. I have a question for our sponsor, Pocket. You just said it's your second time being a part of this show. What was different this time for you?
So for us, the first time we were very much focused on bringing the brand out there and letting people know what we're about. And this second time was basically also showcasing the businesses and the merchants that we were with. And the show allowed us to do that amazingly. It was brilliant. And for us, our goal is to redefine and continue to keep refining people's relationship with transfers and sending money here and there and receiving. And our goal is to continue to create a platform that allows people to do that easily. And with the Pocket app, we've achieved that. And with this edition, it really took us to where we wanted to go in terms of the people we wanted to showcase, the businesses we wanted to bring out there, and the ease of use that we wanted to show our users. And from the numbers, Nigeria loved it. It was amazing. You should see the dashboard. It's crazy. Thank you guys so much.
What's up? I know we always tend to ask very business-related questions over our sponsors here, but I also want to find out if did you enjoy the arena with them in it? Did you have a favorite task with them in there? What did you like about them doing the tasks?
I enjoyed the parties. The parties were nice. The pool was very nice. I'm sorry, I don't know if they asked me what I enjoyed. But it was very engaging. the task this time around. You know, it's funny how you see some tasks and you think that, okay, this person should actually be the person to win this, and then foul, you know. But so it just made it all interesting. So it was really brilliant.
And I agree with you. I think the one time the entire continent was shocked and completely got the prediction wrong was when Chichi won the ultimate veto. Everybody was looking at everybody else, and then Chichi just came out. You know, that's why we love this show, because you never really know what's going to happen. Your hands together for yourselves, please, for giving us a great season. It's time for another quick break. When we come back, we'll have prizes to give away, including some for you, the fans. Please stay with us.